17 seasons of PPR, but the pre-PR is live tonight from Rancho Bernardo High School. Hi, Paul Rudy.
Hey, it's been a pretty cool experience. We've been well received out here. The only demerit against RB is the promised hot dogs never showed up. And there are some hungry floor people here who are wondering where the hot dogs are. I know where there's a hot dog. He's up at Poway High School, Mr. Rick Willis, joining us just down the street from where we're at. Hey, Mr. Hot Dog, you have another hot dog with you, do you not?
I sure do, and the hot dog, actually, there's one in my stomach already. I'm going to hit one up later. But yeah, I'm actually joined by Mission Hills running back Nehemiah McFarlin. I was like, who is this guy running for all these yards? You kind of just came out of nowhere, man. Explain to me your story.
I started at Rancho Buena Vista my freshman and sophomore year, humbling beginning over at Coach Gunn's program. Then my records got transferred my summer going to my junior year. I went to Mission Vista. They didn't have a football program. So I was a little bummed, but God worked it out. I ended up transferring to Mission Hills, had to play, started JV coming into that Del Norte week, and then had to work this offseason, and now I'm here, and I got a great O-line to run behind, so I'm happy.
The funniest thing, I heard you had to convince your mom. You're like, Mom, I got to play football. That's how you got out of Mission Vista.
Yes, sir, I did. My mom's always been real supportive of me on and off the field. She wanted me to go there for my academics, but I stressed to her the importance of me playing football, so we moved to San Marcos, and I'm great. This is the best program I've ever been at. So,
watching you behind that offensive line, you go by the nickname Nemo. It's like literally finding Nemo. Those guys trying to find you, man. I think you have almost 600 yards in these first two games.
Yes, sir. Nemo has always been something that's been my tag since 6th grade, but it's hard to find me when you got an O-line like that. I'm nothing without God in my O-line, and boys supporting me. So I'm glad you guys recognize me, and I hope I can go somewhere for college, but this is awesome. This is great.
Last question. Being number one, you're going to get Poway's best game. You're going to get everybody's best game. What's that like?
It's a little scary, but like I said, when you got an O-line like that, there's nothing to be afraid of. I'm destined. This team is destined for greatness, so I'm glad. I'm glad I'm getting everybody's best.
Nemo, I don't want to take up any more of your time because I'm running in a lot of trouble in your school. All right, thank you. Make sure to watch him tonight in the Escondido Cycle Center North County Game of the Week as number one Mission Hills takes on Poway. Poway just has one loss. They lost, of course, last week at El Camino, who's also ranked in the top 10. And I'll tell you what, that guy, he was a junior, just kind of came out of nowhere, and now here he is, and I think he's the second leading rusher in the county. Paul, we'll have those highlights coming up tonight on PPR, and then I'll see you, I guess, in like 20 minutes?
Rick, before I let you go, we should talk about Troy Warner really quickly. He will not be playing tonight, but he was in the news even despite the suspension, was he not?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is with him, what happened with there was an incident during Torrey Pines, and CIF rules say if you are involved in a physical altercation on the field that's not football related, you automatically get suspended 3 games. So this is the second of his 3 games. And of course, earlier this week, he committed to BYU. And the reason why, his brother's there. So it's kind of good. His brother's a very, good influence on him. I think you remember Fred from a couple years ago, and he's a guy that can just make sure that Troy doesn't do things like he did a couple weeks ago against Torrey Pines. So, yeah, he's out this game, but he'll actually be back for the Oceanside game. So that'll be necessary when they host Oceanside in week 6. And I think that'll be the North County Game of the Week. Just letting you know that right now.
All right. Then thanks a lot, Rick Aroni. I'll see you again in just a little bit.
All right, buddy.
Folks, let's just quickly review all the places we're going to be tonight. We have live presence at, of course, right where I'm sitting right now, Rancho Bernardo. You just heard Rick from Poway. John is down in Eastlake. You heard from Stephanie. She's over at Helix High as they host Cathedral. Brandon Stone, who you're not seeing because he's out shooting a game, will be bringing you highlights from Lincoln and the rally with Allie. Hopefully we'll see her in a little bit. Matt Gilson's at The Rock, and Adrian Petty will be our in-studio guest. And then the Renovation Realty Final Four. We have 4 big games coming up right at the end of the show. Make sure you stick around and see those 4 games. And then that's not it. We have plenty of features to go. Look at all the things that are going to be on the PPR tonight. Vista's Brandon Price will be in the wearing the wire tonight. He's wearing the Jerome's Furniture Sounds of the Game wire. Shaq's Pigpen takes us out to Helix. Gary Blevins is the Chargers Coach of the Week. McDonald's Carroll's Corner will feature Adrian Penny. And the Miramar College Student Athlete Spotlight is shining on Brandon Kennedy of Patrick Henry. And the Helix Band is the Honda Dealers Band of the Week. All that coming your way in one 65-minute show. They say it can't be done. We're going to prove them wrong tonight at 10:30. Hopefully we'll hear from Allie Wagner in just a little bit. I send it back to you guys.
All right, see you.